Respected Professor Satyendranath Gupta Sarji, Chairperson, CTEF Delhi NCR Chapter, and as well as today's chief guest, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Secretary General, CTEF Delhi NCR Chapter, the Principal Dr. Nalavde Madam, Azad College of Education, Satara, and all the respected principals, all the respected teacher educators, coordinators of all the institutions of all over the India. I welcome all of you here on behalf of Azad College of Education, Satara, and Council for Teacher Education Foundation, Delhi NCR Chapter. Friends, from the last 2 days, we have a very good sessions regarding the NAAC accreditation process. The first session of Madam Tania, and she has delivered a very nice lecture regarding the NAAC process, as well as she has enlightened us about the criterion number 1. The third criteria was delivered by the Dr. Sanjay Kumar, and he has also given a very good information, and it has a very great help for the teacher education colleges regarding the research methodology. And now today we have the resource person Professor Satyendranath Gupta with us regarding the criteria number 2. Now I request to the Professor Dr. N.D. Dhanavde sir, please introduce today's chief guest, Professor Satyendranath Gupta Sarji. Over to Dr. Dhanavde Sarji.
Good morning. Warm welcomes all this third day session. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
This session is delivered by eminent guest Dr. Satyendra Gupta. He will expertise on criteria second. Dr. Satyendra Gupta is working as professor and dean of School of Education in Galgotias University, Greater Noida since 2014. He is the founder of the School of Education of Galgotias University. Before joining Galgotias University, he served in Ramesh Institute of Greater Noida for 14 years in various capacities and left the institute as principal. He also taught in school for more than 2 years. Overall, he has more than 23 years teaching experience in teacher education and school teaching. In teacher education, he has been MA and BEd students and supervising PhD and scholars for their research work. From last 30 years, he has also been looking after administration work of the institute and university as head of the department. He completed his higher education and doctoral work from Bundelkhand University, Jhansi. He remained on the panel of subject expert of the DLED program run by National Institute of Open Schooling, that is NIOS, Noida, in the years 2018 and 2019. During this tenure, he delivered 21 lectures on the live telecast on one channel and take 4 radio counseling sessions on Mukta Vidyavani channel of the NIOS for DLED students. He has also been invited in the FDP to deliver his lectures on offline and online modes. He has also served as PT member in NCTE for inspection of the teacher education institutes. He remained on the panel of research paper reviews of the journal being published by the Ramesh Institute of Education and Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida. He has also worked for the NAAC accreditation. In his credit, he has 5 research papers, 2 proceedings publications, 20 books chapters. One paper he presented in the virtual international conference in Dubai. He has also presented one paper NCRT and papers in NCRT RI Regional Institute of Education Bhopal seminars in virtual mode, and more than 30 papers He has presented in various national seminars. He has also chaired sessions in the seminar. He has participated, conducted, and delivered in more than 40 seminars, webinars, FDPs, and workshops in online and offline mode. He has also delivered guest lectures. He is on the external examiner panel of the various universities. He has evaluated PhD thesis and MPhil dissertations also. He has been invited by the schools and institutes for their programs. As he has also remained the member of Board of Studies, the Sharda University. He is the live member of the AIER, IATE, and CT. He has successfully completed some MOOCs and RP courses. So I welcome again to Dr. Satyendra Gupta, and to all, I request to him to guide us. Thank you.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
To all, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, thank you, Azad College of Education, for inviting me in this FDP for the NAAC processing, and especially to the teacher education institutions. And thank you, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, sir, for connecting me to the Azad College of Education, Satara. So, I have shared one link in the chat box, and again I will share in the chat box. So by using this link, everyone can download the teacher education college manual of the NAAC. So then you can understand what is required by the NAAC, and we all should have the knowledge about the NAAC expectations from the teacher education institutions. So just give me 1 minute, I am sharing. Is the screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the confirmation. So once again, first of all, I would like to apologize for the yesterday disturbance caused due to me. So now I, Dr. Satyendra Gupta, welcome you all in this session, which is being conducted by the Azad College of Education, Satara. And this is for the national level FDP on NAAC accreditation for teacher education institutions. And I am given the responsibility to explain all of you and to share my experience about the criteria to teaching, learning, and evaluation. In this session, especially, I will cover first part, teaching, learning part, and second session based on is given to Professor Ajay Surana. So on Tuesday, he will share his experience and suggest how to do the evaluation in the teacher education institutions. So I hope all of you are aware about the NAAC full name, its processing, because on the first day, Professor Tania Gupta excellently explained each and every part of the NAAC connection with the institutions, especially those who want the accreditation, because everybody do the good work. But now the system is that we want the stamping, we want the vetting, we want the one certificate from the third party or an external body. Now you come to our institute, you visit our institute and check what process we are following, what system we are following, and then NAAC gives us the grading. Our performance is defined as per the grading, because every time we need the mark. So in place of mark, we are given the grade. Definitely grades are based upon the marks. Initially, they have some system of calculation already shared by the Professor Tania. And again, you can see all and everything in the explained in very lucid manner in the manual. So first thing I would like to highlight here, NAAC highlights only on the process. We all know we are the part of the education and especially teacher education. So we talk always about the input, process and output. So NAAC always talks about the process. You've gone through the manual, you read the each and everything written in the manual or the websites of the NAAC or other institutions, those who have already gone through the NAAC accreditation process. So everybody will tell you, they will ask just what process you are following and how effective it is. They will not talk about the input, they will not talk about the output, what is the output of the results, what you have achieved. They just ask you, Madam or Sir, kindly explain me what process you are following from the admission of the students to the result announcement of the student, and not after the result announcement, how you are connecting yourself with your passed out students, how your alumni are connecting with the alumnus, how institute is also supporting the students or their passed out students after passing from their institution. And if the student is connected with the institute, already he has left out, now he has no requirement from the college, but still the student is appreciating the institute. So this is the great achievement by any institute, how he or the teachers or the principal or the management, they are catering the need of the present student as well as their alumni. So I just want to remind here, just focus on the process. So that's why I have highlighted here the process. And second thing, now one word is now much popular, much talked. This is the outcome-based education. I hope all of you are aware about the outcome-based education. So what are the significance, what are the parameters, what are the characteristics? So these all terms will be defined by the Professor Ajay Surana on Tuesday session. So you all attend that and try to understand the meaning of outcome-based education. One of the example now I can quote here regarding the outcome-based education. So now all of you see that whenever any program is started, any book you read, any lesson plan or any course detail, course handout, syllabus. So everywhere you will find that before starting about any course, so there is a title regarding what is the objective of the course and what is the expectation from the course after completion by the students. So everywhere you read that after completion of the course, student students are kindly mute the persons. I think the host can manage it.
सर ऑनलाइन जो ऑल म्यूट वाला ऑप्शन है ना, उसको आप ऑप्ट कर लीजिए, वो ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा, अदरवाइज बीच बीच में डिस्टरबेंस होता ही है। ऑल म्यूट वाला जो ऑप्शन है ये पार्टिसिपेंट्स पर जाके आपको राइट में पड़ेगा।
ओके।
और उसमें वो ओपन नहीं कर सकते खुद से, उस तरह का ऑप्शन रख लीजिएगा उसमें, जिससे आसानी रहेगी।
तो आई डू द म्यूट ऑल है,
म्यूट ऑल, लेकिन उसमें एक साइड में ऑप्शन आता है, उस टिक को हटा दीजिएगा जब म्यूट ऑल कर रहे होंगे आप। तो
allow participant to unmute themselves.
हाँ, तो वो वाला टिक हटा दीजिए, तो वो खुद से नहीं कर पाएंगे।
ओके, ठीक है, कर दिया मैंने। फिर जिसको भी जरूरत हो देन दे में यस यस यस, थैंक यू थैंक यू। So now I was talking about the outcome based education. So every syllabus, every course, it is defined what is expected from the students after completion of the course, what is expected from the students after completion of the program, or not even after completion of the program. What do you think what they will do after the 5 years of completion of their program, any program? If they are doing the B.Ed or D.Ed from the institute or M.Ed from the institute, So what do you expect from them? What they should have, the quality or the skills which they should show after 5 years of their completion of the program. So all things are covered under the outcome-based education. So just for making the introduction and to aware you about the process of NAAC, so I have mentioned all these things. Now, when you will, again, I am sharing one link. So now again, all of you check your chat box. So this is the link from where you can download the manual especially prepared by the NAAC for the teacher education institutions. And when you will go through the NAAC website and you will read about the detail, so you will find NAAC has prepared various manuals, one for the university, one for the affiliating colleges, and one for the teacher education institutions, same way for the medical institutions, for the law institutions. So various manuals it is prepared for the as per the specialization. So this manual is about 127 pages, and this is the first page of the manual. So I have shared the link in the chat box, so all of you can download. And if you have the questions, then we can discuss after the presentation. Now, we all know that NAAC has divided the whole process of accreditation, assessment and accreditation into 7 criteria. What a teacher education institutions is supposed to do. So all activities are divided into 7 criteria, and based upon these 7 criteria, the NAAC has the assessment and accreditation of the institutions. And as I just told, it has converted or divided the institution into 3 major types. First is the university, whether the state university, government university, central university, state private university, or those who have the status of deemed to be universities. All universities and will come under the category of the university. Second is the autonomous college, those who are affiliated to any university, but they are given the status of autonomous. So they have the freedom for they are designing their own curriculum, designing their own examination system, but the degree is given by the university only. And third is type of colleges are affiliated colleges, constituent colleges, which are the part of the university. So all have the same criteria. So I hope already you are aware about the 7 criteria. So just I repeating. First one is known as the curricular aspects. ये क्राइटेरिया करिकुलर एस्पेक्ट्स के बारे में बात करेगा, क्या सिलेबस डिजाइन आपने किया है, what curriculum you are teaching, how you are developing your curriculum, how you are preparing your curriculum. Second criteria talk about the teaching, learning and evaluation process, what you are following in your institute or university. Third, research, innovations and extension activities. These all are covered in the third criteria. And you can see here, the universities are given maximum marks in the research, innovation and activities. And the colleges have the least mark in the research, innovation and extension activities. Fourth, it talks about the infrastructure and learning resources, what type of infrastructure you are having, what type of learning resources you are having. And now as per the present need, so everything is now digitalized, online, internet, so a smart board. So how you are dealing with this type of infrastructure, how you are providing this infrastructure to your students. So everything is asked in this criteria number 4. And now more important part is student support and progression. How an institute supports to student, in which way it is supporting the students. how it is supporting the progression of the students. So after teaching the student, second most important part, how you are catering the need of the student. So all assessment is done in this criteria 5. From the day one of the admission, if student is requiring the scholarship, so what type of scholarship we are providing, or how the institute is supporting the student for getting the scholarships which are available through the government system, or is your institute is providing any financial help to the student? Are you providing financial help to your teachers for the research publication, for their attending the FDP, seminar, workshop outside the institute? Or are you investing the money in conducting the various workshops, seminar, FDPs, activities in your institute? So how money you are allocating for these activities? And same thing is covered under the governance, leadership, and management. So that support to the teacher comes under the criteria number 6. Support to students will come under the criteria number 5. And in criteria 6, support to teachers will come under the criteria 6. And then in last, the NAAC asks about the institutional values, what value you are having, which type of value you are disseminating in the society, what type of, because we are producing the teacher, budding teacher or student teacher, those who will teach in the school. So what type of values you are giving them, which they will take to the schools, and then they will give same value to the students of their school. And what best practice, what practices you are following, and which practice you quote, this is the best practice of my institute. What other institutes are doing, it is not important here. It is important in your available resources, infrastructure, local needs, local requirement, what type of practices you are following, and which practice you want to show the NAAC and their peer team, if this is my best practice. So you can see here, so university, autonomous institute, affiliated UG college, and affiliated PG college. If you are offering only the undergraduate courses, then you will have different assessment. If you are offering the postgraduate programs also, so then you will come under the PG, and then you will have the different type of assessment marks. But total is 1000. You total it. So total is 1000, and 1000 marks or points are divided in the all 7 categories with giving the different weightages. So I hope this is again recall you about the what NAAC is checking, or they will ask you to produce the documents. And now here I am trying to compare what indicators the NAAC has given to other universities, autonomous colleges, or affiliated constituent colleges, and what quality indicators NAAC has decided for the teacher education institutions. So in your screen, in the right side, in the red color, I have highlighted which all 7 criteria are 7 criteria are there, all are equal to all, there is no difference. But now you focus on the key indicators, because every criteria has various key indicators. So these key indicators are divided into all 7 criteria. So teacher education institutions are given 32 indicators. Indicator means these are the points through which your performance is supposed to be assessed. So in universities, autonomous colleges, because they have the autonomy, so they are given 2 more indicators, but teacher education institutions are given 32 indicators. And second thing, qualitative matrix and quantitative matrix. In qualitative matrix, short is written QLM. When you will go through the criterion and when you will read the questions, so then you see in the first column, they have mentioned in the bracket QLM and QNM. So QLM is the qualitative matrix, and these questions you are supposed to answer in detail. And you will see there, so they have mentioned somewhere 500 words. You have to give the response limited to only 500 words. So the QLM, they require the answer in qualitative way. And quantitative matrix, QNM. So here N for the quantity. So these questions answers you are supposed to give only through the numbers. How many teachers you are having, how many students you are having, how many students are conducting or doing their internship, how many students have got the job, how many students are placed through the institute, how many have cleared the CTET or the state TET. So every answer you are, how many students are from the various categories, from the gender. So every answer need in the form of quantity. So this is what Q and M. So it has mentioned 45 quality metrics in 45 qualitative way, and 82 matrices are required in the form of quantity. So total matrices are 127. So now you see here what importance is given by the NAAC to the TEIs, teacher education institutions. 127 metrics are required by the NAAC for the assessment of the teacher education institutions. And you see in the rest 4 columns, universities has maximum 115, autonomous college only 107, and colleges 93, and PG colleges 96. But from the B.Ed, DLEd, M.Ed institutions, it is expecting 127 matrices. So this shows the importance of the teacher education institutions in view of the NAAC. And now, in detail, here I have highlighted what quality metrics, what are the criteria, what are the key indicators, how many matrices are there in each criteria, each indicator, and what weightage marks are assigned to them, and total 1000 marks are divided into various matrices. 127 matrices are given the marks in the various matrices, key indicators. So you can check here which indicator is having the highest value, which indicator is having the highest marks, and just you see. So today's in criteria 2, you will find the maximum marks 100 for 2.4 competency and skill development. So this is the 10% of the total weightage. So this shows the importance of teaching, learning, and evaluation, and especially what competency and skill we are developing in our teachers, in our future teachers, how we are catering the need and how we are developing them to challenge the new world. And all we are learned in last 2 years during the Corona period. Now, what is the need and importance of the learning about the internet and various platforms and sources available in the digital way, and what is the meaning of blended learning, flipped classroom. So I hope we all learn about the so many new terminologies within 2 years. So same knowledge now every teacher, educator, every institute of the teacher education and every student of the teacher education is required to know about these skills, and also they should have the training in hand experience in the competence which are required by the schools. And now I hope all of you are aware that now there are so many schools which are now just dealing only on the smart boards. Even they are having the monitoring of the teachers and the students through the cameras. Lesson planning, all things are coming in the in the way of digital way. So there is a less use of the pen and paper. Everything is coming to use the smartphones or the laptop or the computer. And now teachers are also supposed to be updated. Whole communication is now coming only through the email. No notice will come through the register. Now, even we are taking the feedback from the stakeholders through the Google form or various other forms also. So these skills should be transferred to our students. So 100 marks, maximum marks are given to the competence and skill development, and 360 marks are assigned to teaching, learning, and evaluation criteria. Criteria number 2. So this is showing the importance of teaching, learning, and evaluation process to us, and why we should have the more focus on the teaching, learning part and evaluation process, and how we should support to our student and teachers to gain the maximum marks from the NAAC assessment and accreditation process. So I hope this table is clear to all. And rest you can see the curricular aspects, because normally teacher institutions are affiliated to any university. So we are bound to follow the syllabus and curriculum given by the university, but still you have the freedom. You can offer your value added course, you can offer your audit courses, you can provide the content beyond the syllabus, you can conduct so many activities which are not supposed to be done by the university, but you can upgrade your students and teachers by doing the various activities. Same way in teaching learning process, you can do various things which are not supposed to be done by your affiliating university, or they will not give you the direction. But if you want to disseminate the quality, if you want to improve the quality of the student, so you are free to do so many things. But you can provide them certificates. There are even NAAC is also asked, when you see the detailed manual, so it is asking about the value added courses. So the minimum 30 hours non-credited value added courses are being asked by the NAAC, and you will have the marks if you are offering the value added courses, and how many students are registering, how many students are completing it. So then you will have the extra learning for the student. Same way research and outreach activities. So research is a very important part. Whatever we are learning, whatever we are doing, our institute or our students are doing in the schools, so they can write the paper based upon their learning, and then they can publish the paper. There are so many journals, not required necessarily every time the your UGC care. There are so many journals which publish free of cost to the students, so no financial burden on them, but just they can share their experience, their experiments which they are doing in the school. And same way outreach activities which you are doing in the society through the NGOs, in the schools, or the other sectors of the society. So you will also have the marks for your outreach activities. Infrastructure and learning resources, as per the NCT requirement, we are supposed to maintain the infrastructure. But again, NAAC will ask what facilities you are providing through your infrastructure. Student support and progression. So again, I just highlighted the alumni engagement. So you see 30 marks are given to alumni engagement, and then how you are supporting the students, how you are supporting them to participate in the various activities in the institute as well as in the inter-institute competitions also. And which type of governance, management, leadership quality you are developing, which type, how your management is handling the day-to-day affairs of the institute. So everything, what vision and mission you are having, and how you are disseminating, how you are checking whether you are successful to achieve your vision or mission or not. So what mechanism you have adopted, they will ask you under the governance, leadership and management. And then institutional values and best practices. These are asked in the criteria number 7, and 100 marks are given. So maximum marks in criteria number 2, 360. Now, so all content is copied from the NAAC manual. So if you are not able to read here or not able to understand, so again you go through the manual, and when you will see in the manual, so you have each and every word you will find there. So nothing new I am doing here. I am just I have just copied and pasted here from the NAAC manual, which I shared with you. And now we will have some discussions, or I just want to aware you about some highlighted words. So you see some words I've highlighted with the red color in the bold and in normal form. So you just see the terms. And here again, one thing I want to bring into your notice. This is the expectation from the NAAC, or we can say through the NAAC, this is the expectation from the society, what a teacher education institution should do, what type of performance you should do, what type of activities you should do, what type of facilities, what type of support you should have in your system, and how you should prepare your budding teachers. So one highlighted word is here, higher order thinking and investigation skill. So through your teaching learning process, through your activities, how you are catering the need of the students and how you are preparing them as a higher order thinker. So then you have to give the proof to the NAAC. You have to show the NAAC team or the documentation ki other normal lecture method, how you are promoting the thinking skill in the students, how you are promoting the investigation skill in the student. There are two very popular methods and terminologies we all know about: the project-based learning, activity-based learning, PVL, AVL. So these are very fancy words and बड़ा अच्छा लगता है सुनने में PV, we are doing PVL, we are doing AVL, but exactly how you are developing the skill of the students in that way. So you have to showcase your activities and you have to submit the, because in the NAAC, everywhere they will ask you about the proof. Suppose that Azad College of Satara claim after 1 year or 2 years, we did one FDP on the NAAC assessment and accreditation. We conducted one FDP. So not just by the your writing, they want proof. Now give me, where is your brochure? Give the proof of registration. Give the proof of the screenshots. Give the proof of the feedback. So all things Azad College is required to save for the future. So you save all the recordings, you save all the feedback given by the participants, your brochures, your communication with your resource persons. You have selected resource persons, so how you communicated them, how you approach them, how have you taken their acceptance. So every document you are supposed to keep in the record. And now this is the age of the GPS camera. So here one thing I will suggest you and all participants, all of you learn or all of you install the GPS camera software in your mobile, and who is given the responsibility to keep record of the activities of the institute. So every time try to take the photos through your GPS camera only. So then GPS camera, you cannot manipulate the date and your latitude and altitude of the institute. So automatically this proves that if this activity happened on the same day and you are not manipulating and you are not giving the forged information. So when you gone through the NAAC manual, so they will tell you, give the GPS photos. So it is better start from today if you're not using GPS camera, who is given the responsibility, and keep the record of your all activity, whether it is small or big, any type of activity which you are doing in your college, even if a morning assembly or any simple debate, any activity you keep, because always be, now this is the age of the social media. So through the social media pages, your website, your Facebook page, your Instagram, your Twitter, so everywhere you publish your activity and post the photos with the GPS camera. So this will give the authenticity, and nobody will question mark whether this activity conducted or not, whether you are showing the photo of any other activity or the same activity which you are claiming. So this is the process we have to follow in our system. So how you will, I just coming back to my point. So same way, if you are claiming that we have conducted one online class, we have conducted our teacher blended learning, our teachers have taken the flipped classroom. So what are the proofs? So then you should have the each and every proof signature of the student on the attendance sheet for the each activity which you are conducting in the classroom. So attendance not only on the your attendance register. Each activity you should prepare the separate list, and then you take the physical signature of the students on each activity attendance sheet and keep it in your record, and make a practice of preparing the report. You ask the student to prepare the report to put in the files, or as well institute should have the habit of preparing the report. So again I am repeating, your brochure, your communication, your report, your photos, and the signature. These are the 5 minimum requirements you should have for each and every activity in your document. Same way, now how you are developing the skills in the students, interviews, focus group discussion, debates, projects, presentation. Suppose we are, because this is a practice in the institute, we do the seminars. Our students are used to do the seminars in the classroom. So then properly you write on the board, properly you prepare one slide, and at the beginning of the program, you take the photo, you take the photos of the students, slide, presentation, blackboard writing. So this will have the proof. So on that day, this activity happened in the classroom, experiments, practicum. So all these activities we will do for the benefit of the students, but as an institute, we are supposed to do the proof. Everything required the proof. Same way, continuous professional development of the faculty is also the second importance given by the NAAC. So we should have the focus on students as well as on the development of the faculty. And then in last paragraph, it is mentioned, continuously evaluate the performance of teachers and students is also a major concern of this criteria. So criteria 2 will also check how you are evaluating, how you are assessing the students' performance as well as the performance of the teachers. I hope in criteria number 1, you have learned about the stakeholders feedback. We have 5 stakeholders mentioned by the NAAC. First stakeholder is our student. Second stakeholder is the parent. Third stakeholder is the teacher. Fourth stakeholder is your employer, where our students are going, where they are doing the teaching job, where they have got the job. And fifth one, the schools where we are going for our internship, for our teaching practice. So they are also supposed to give the feedback to us. So all 5 stakeholders feedback we should take on regular interval. After every academic year, we should take the feedback from the stakeholders, students, teachers, and we should have the record. And through these feedbacks, we are supposed to do the analysis, and then based upon the feedback, we are supposed to do the revision in our syllabus. So here again I am highlighting the criteria number 2. First, key indicator. What are the indicators which will give the indication of how teaching learning is going on? So first one is student enrollment and profile. Second, honoring student diversity. Third, teaching learning process. Fourth, competency and skill development. Fifth, teacher profile and quality. Sixth, evaluation process. Seventh, student performance and learning outcomes. And eighth, student satisfaction survey. So in today's session, I will cover from 2.1 to 2.5 and 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 will be covered by the Professor Ajay Sunanavi. He is the expert in this area. And you see in the last right column, what is the weightages. So 15 marks, 30, 70, 100, 35, 40, and 30. So overall, it comes to 360. And total number of matrices are 41. Matrices means 41 questions you are supposed to answer. And all questions are compulsory. And you are not having the choice to leave any question. And one thing here, I would again request to all the principals especially and the person, those who are working for the NAAC accreditation, because we are working under the university, we are affiliated to any particular university, and just I repeated in the before, because we are bound to follow the syllabus and curriculum given by the university, but still we have the freedom. So you utilize that freedom and highlight in our SSR. When you will submit your SSR, when you will submit your report to NAAC, then you highlight how you have taken the leverage, how you have taken the liberty of the system, and what extra learning you have provided to your students and your teachers, how you followed the system given by the university, and as well as what add-on you have given to your students and teachers, what add-on facilities you have added in your institute. So that will give you extra mark. If you write that we are bound to follow the university rules and regulation and we are bound to follow the syllabus, and that's why we have not revised the syllabus, so this will not give you the good impression. So by limiting our resources, by limiting the curriculum and syllabus given by the university, still we are giving the extra learning to our students through these type of activities. So that will give you the good grade from the NAAC. So now one by one, so what is written under the 2.1 enrollment and progression? So I will focus only the questions which are written in the right side. You see here 2.1.1, that's mean this is the criteria to first key indicator and first question of that key indicator in bracket Q and M. So this need the answer in the form of numbers. Average enrollment percentage of students during the last 5 years. So whenever you go for the NAAC, suppose now session 2022-23 started, and you are planning to go for the NAAC accreditation during this 22-23. So now you have to go back in last 5 years. So it is known as the N-1 or K-1. So this is the present year 22. So -1, 21, -2, 20, -3, 19, -4, 18, and -5, 17. That's mean you have to give the all data from the session 2017-18 to 21-22. These 5 years data you have to submit to the NAAC, and 22-23 will not come in that calculation, but everything you have to prepare for 22-23 also. So students have taken admission. So 20, suppose you are going for in 22-23. So 22-23 student data is not required. They will ask how many students have taken admission in 21-22. Especially they focus on the last passed out batch, which batch just passed out in the last year. That data they will require. In 2.1.2, it is again Q&M. Percentage of seats filled against reserved categories, SC, ST, OBC, as per applicable reservation policy during the last 5 years. Because if we are the government institute or we are giving the admission through the university, so we will highlight here what is the percentage of the reservation, what are the seats or given for the each category, and how many candidates or students are taking admission each against category. So then you will mark here. If you are having the facility, so Suppose in many private institutions or private university, they have freedom. They are not bound to follow the reservation policy given by the government of India or the state university. But still, how you are giving the reservation to the reserved categories. So this will add the advantage. So in last, you see, I have mentioned some numbers, 7, 6, 2. So these are the marks. So these are the maximum marks you will give. You will take in 2.1.17, 2.1.26, and 2.1.3. Percentage of students enrolled through EWS and Divyangjan categories during the last 5 years. So this will also give the weightage whether you are following or you are supporting the Divyangjan, you are supporting the EWS, how you are supporting them, what infrastructure and how your infrastructure developed to the support for the support of the Divyangjan. Are you having the washrooms especially designed for the Divyangjan? Are you having the escalator? Are you having the lift? Or are you having the ramp? Are you having the hurdle-free classrooms? So are they able to freely roam around the campus? So if you are able to prove it, so then you will give in the 2 marks from the NAAC. So this is the importance of criteria 2.1. So the simple questions you are supposed to give with the proof in the form of the numbers only. Now, one thing again, just I highlighted what is the meaning of QNM, what is the meaning of QLM. So one page I have copied here. So on the page number 64, page number 66, these 2 pages I have pasted here. So criteria number 2, teaching, learning and evaluation in bracket 300 marks, key indicator 2.1, student enrollment and profile, and how they are expecting the answer or what data is supposed to be uploaded by the institute. Everything is mentioned here. So you are not supposed to take the help from any external person or the advisors, you or the any other external agency. Can now you come and support me and you fill my SSR based upon my institute and I will pay you. Not required. Everything is crystal clear from the NAAC. So how you will give the answer of 2.1.1. And one thing more, one word is here, DVV, data validation and verification. So everything is given there in the Excel sheet. So when you will go to the next side and you will see there, when you will apply for the NAAC, then you will see that DVV they will give you, and in each DVV you are supposed to give the detail as they have asked. So you are not supposed to change any field in the DVV as the DVV is given, but simply you are supposed to put your numbers in the DVV. So they have given number of students enrolled during the last 5 years, to mention the year, number of students enrolled, and then give the total. And what formula you are supposed to follow, even they have given the formula. How you will calculate the percentage, they have given the percentage formula. And what documents you are supposed to upload. So data as per data template, documents relating to sanction of intake from university. You are giving the recognition letter from the NCT. You are giving the recognition letter through the university. So you are supposed to give the proof. Yes, we are having the valid recognition from the university as well as from the NCT. So that you are supposed to provide approval letter from the NCT for the intake, approved admission list. If university is giving the admission, so then you should keep in record the letters. Any other relevant information you want to provide, so then you provide in the list. So this is the, in left side you will see metric number and the QNM. And one example in right side I have quoted here, QLM, quality. See the question number 221, 2.2.1. Assessment process is in place at every level to identify different learning needs. So now you are supposed to answer this question in not more than 500 words. And what documents are required? Documentary evidence in support of the claim. जो भी claim आप करेंगे उसके support में document दीजिए. Documents showing the performance of student at the entry level. One thing I would like to highlight again, I will tell it at the 2.2.1. Any other relevant information you highlight here, and you are supposed to give the answer. And one suggestion, one advice I will like to give here, whatever the answer you are giving, first check it through the similarity report softwares. So that will give you the idea how much words or how much similarity you are having in your answer, because the documents which are available on the internet, are you just copy paste them or you designed your own answer? So we should keep the zero similarity whatever the answer you are giving to them. So this is the advice I will like to give here. So this is the example I quoted here. Just give you the brief idea what is the meaning of QNM and how it will reflect in the manual, and what is the meaning of QLM, and how you will see which question is having the QLM and how you are required to give the answer. Now, next one, honoring student diversity, 30 marks we will have here. This question in the QLM. For what is the question? Assessment process is in place at entry level to identify different learning needs of students and their level of readiness to undergo professional education programs, and also the academic support provided to student. 8 marks you will have. One thing, again, I will repeat here, assessment process is in place at entry level to identify different learning needs. What is the meaning of this question? The meaning of this question is here, when you are giving the admission to your student, so do you have any mechanism through which you check what type of skills they are having? You can check here whether ICT skills they are having or not, or whether you are assessing their knowledge about their subjects, or you are assessing their knowledge about the teaching performance, teaching skills. So any type of simple test you can make at the beginning of the admission of the students, and based upon that analysis, you can verify that this is the analysis, this is the performance showed by the students, or you can use any psychological tool, simply their mental status, their emotional, their personality, and then you show them based upon this analysis how we are supporting our student to groom them as a professional. So this will give you the marks in honoring the student diversity. Second thing, diversity means here slow learner, fast learner. So same, you have to show how you are supporting the slow learner, how you are supporting the fast learner. So this is the 2.2.1. Now 2.2, honoring student diversity. Other questions are 2.2.2, this is the QNM. 2.2.3, this is again QNM. So here at 2.2.4 again QNM. So here you are supposed to answer with the numbers, with the data. 2.2.2, what is asking? Mechanisms are in place to honor student diversities in terms of learning needs. Just I highlighted two terms, slow learner, fast learner. So how you are supporting? So there I have pictured the picture of the rabbit and the tortoise. So we all know about the story of the rabbit and tortoise. So one is a fast learner, but is a slow learner. So how you are supporting them? Student diversities are addressed on the basis of the learner profiles indicated by the institution. So mentoring, this is a very important part is now the mentor-mentee. So you should have the data. Every teacher should allot some students. So this teacher is supposed to mentor, help the student throughout his B.Ed program or BLEd program or M.Ed program, or every year you can change the mentor. So what is the ratio of the mentor and mentee? I hope all of you are aware that as per the NCT requirement for the 100 intake of B.Ed admission, we are supposed to have the 15 teachers. So this gives the ratio around 13:1. On one teacher, we are having the 13 student. So same way, we can have the mentor-mentee ratio. That means one mentor is allotted 13 students. So 13 student in the year. So these 13 students, if having any type of problem, personal problem, or the teaching learning related problem, or the institute related problem, so they may first supposed to go to the mentor. And mentor should maintain the records when the student came for the mentoring. So then you should develop one sheet with the dates. What was the problem? Name of the student, admission number of the student, nature of the problem, and how mentor catered the problem. How is mentor remained possible, or that was possible for the mentor, or successfully he supported the student for the issues, solving of the issue. So this type of data you are supposed to maintain. It is good to start from today maintaining that type of data. So when you will go for the NAAC accreditation, you are not supposed to force the document, and you are not supposed to create the document in the past. So make it a practice and prepare the mentor-mentee record and keep it in daily basis, updated daily basis, and principal and HOD can give the assignment or make in charge any teacher. He or she can do the regular supervision of the mentor-mentee process. So that will support the student and you will get the maximum 8 marks. So here you are just supposed to give the numbers only: mentor, mentee, academic counseling, how you are doing, peer feedback, tutoring, how you are doing the tutoring, remedial learning, engagement learning. So every time if you are giving the remedial classes, their documentation, its timetable. So every record you are supposed to maintain. Assistive devices and adaptive structures for the Divyangjan. So multilingual interaction and inputs. So this is the 2.2.2. 2.2.3 says institutional provisions for catering to differential students' need. Appropriate learning, exposure are provided to students. So here you are supposed to highlight how you are supporting the student, again in different way. So same type of questions they are having a different way. So that also checks where you are trying to be fooling them, where you are trying to manipulating your answer. So you are supposed to take care giving the answer to each question. Now see, or you just focus on 2.2.3, how you are supporting the student. No special efforts put forth in accordance with the learner's need. वो मांग रहे हैं सपोर्ट, हमने नहीं दिया, या जब वो आए केवल तभी हमने दिया सपोर्ट, और as an institutionalized activity in accordance with learner's need. Or fourth, left to the judgment of the individual teacher, or whenever need arises due to student diversity. So we should have the answer no. We have well-defined process, and every time we support the student without asking from them. So you have to produce the documents कि वो उन्होंने मांगा नहीं मांगा, लेकिन हमने अपनी तरफ से कैसे पहले से ही in advance हमने उनकी जरूरत को समझा और हमने उसको सपोर्ट करने की कोशिश की है. So ये क्वेश्चन देखिए, इसमें ये इंडिकेटर में कहीं नहीं लिखा है how advanced way you prepared yourself or your institute, but you have to answer in that way. 2.2.4 student mentor ratio, I have just told you. So you maintain the mentor mentee ratio, and they will ask you about the mentor mentee ratio. 2.3 teaching learning process. This focuses only on the teaching learning process. So again, I am not reading word to word, just highlighting the some terms which I highlighted here in the red color. So variety of learning experiences, not only lecture method. So how other than lecture method, you have developed the methodology of teaching learning process in your institute, including individual and collaborative learning. Now this is a very popular term, cooperative learning, collaborative learning. You may write in your description we are following the collaborative learning. But what are the proofs? Where are the proofs? Now prove it. You did it in the form of collaboration. So then you are supposed to give the answer and you have supposed to give the proof. Interactive and participatory approaches you are having. So how interactive process you are having? Digital resources, what digital resources you are available to the students, how your computer lab is available, how many computers are there, on how many students, how many computers are available, are they having the latest configuration, are they having the LAN internet connection, Wi-Fi connection, which capacity of internet connection you are having. Now, are you having the learning management system, LMS? So how you are keeping the records of the student. So now there are so many LMSs available, learning management system. ERP solutions are available. So you can have these ERP, LMS, and you can have the all data and digital form in your institute. So you're not supposed to maintain the various registers. Even in the very big institutions, very big universities, from the day one, from the admission of the student to till his passing out, every data is available on your computer screen. When he deposit his fees, support deposited or not deposited, you can control the LMS or ERP. If students had not deposited a fee, you can stop the access of the student to your learning management system. So he or she will not have the access to download his or her admit card or the learning material which is available in your website or on your LMS. The library, you can have the digital system. So issue of the book, deposit of the books availability. So everything now are you updated as per the present need. So this 2.3 will ask you the questions regarding this form. Say some terms are written here: dual mode, blended learning, multi-mode learning. So you should give the answer with the proof. So in the system, the principals are supposed to enforce in the system. Now teachers should teach by using the PPTs, by using the projectors, by giving the links available on the YouTubes or any other platforms, or you can compel the student to register on the SWAYAM platform and do the courses available on the SWAYAM platform. So this will give you the weightage to the students. This will enhance the learning of the student. You compel your all teachers to complete at least one course from the SWAYAM platform in each year or in every 6 months, because this is having the semester system. So in every 6 months, you compel the teachers to do the SWAYAM courses and upgrade yourself. And then you prove and then you claim from the NAAC. These are the SWAYAM certificates received from received by the teachers and the students, and how we are preparing them with the updated knowledge. So that will give the advantage to the institute. What institute could do, because we know in the SWAYAM, if we appear for the examinations, we have to pay 1,000 rupees or 1,100 rupees. So what institute could do? Institute could reimburse that money to the student or for the teachers. And you can claim in the criteria number 6, how we supported the teachers. We asked them to enroll for the SWAYAM course and we reimburse their fees. So then you can take the advantage in that way, how we are supporting the teachers. Teaching learning process, what are the questions? So I have mentioned the questions, how they are asking about the performance of the institute. So some questions are in QLM form, some are in QNM form, maximum are in QNM. So 231, multiple mode approach to teaching learning is adopted by the teachers. You say, yeah, very good, we are following the multi approach. So it will ask you, now give the proof. Give the proof of the experiential learning, give the proof of the participative learning, give the proof of the problem solving methodologies, brainstorming, focus group, how you conducted them. So it is better, first you give the notice to students, keep record of that notices, then perform the activity, keep the photos of that activities, and then you maintain the reports and attendance sheet. If we conducted that activity, suppose for the brainstorming, for the focus group discussion, online mode, whatever you are doing, and we are having this proof. 231, percentage of teaching in teachers integrating ICT. I quoted the one example, ask the teachers to use the PPT, use they can develop their own PPT, or you can use on many other modes. But basically the project and PPT we are having, we are using in our day-to-day teaching learning process. You can ask your teachers to maintain the course file, the file of the course which you are teaching in the classroom. So you keep the all records, your timetable, your handout, your question paper, sample of the high learners, low learners, their assignments, and keep one file for each year, for each program. If you are following the semester, then in each semester. If you are following the annual, so then in annual mode, and keep in your records. If these documents are prepared, and how we gave the assignment, which assignment we gave the students, and the proof students gave in response to the given assignment. E-learning resources, Swayam Prabha, learning management system. There are so many platforms are available, so you use them. 233, students are encouraged to use ICT, and now this is the one side. Students, I ask your teachers to use them, and now you ask students to use it, whether they prepare it on the mobile or on the their laptop, on their computer, or in the computer lab of the institute, and collect the proof what type of activities they have conducted, they have performed through the ICT. Virtual laboratories, there are so many free virtual laboratories, so conduct one session on the virtual laboratories. Learning apps, there are so many learning apps are available. Canva, you can ask them to download the free version of the Canva and develop any one creative picture using the Canva, creating any assignment through the Canva, and you have the proof. QNM 2.3.4, ICT support. So you are supposed to give the answer in the quantitative form. Understanding theory courses, theory courses, how theory courses आप कैसे पढ़ा रहे हैं, उनकी समझ कैसे बना रहे हैं theory courses में. How you are performing the practical courses, practicum courses, how you are doing the internship, out of classroom activities, how you are conducting बायोमैकेनिकल एंड काइनोलॉजिकल एक्टिविटीज आप कैसे कराते हैं, फील्ड में आप फिजिकल एक्सरसाइजेज एक्टिविटीज करवा रहे हैं, वो आप कैसे सपोर्ट करते हैं, फील्ड सपोर्ट. सो ऑल आंसर्स इन 2.3.4. 235, continual mentoring is provided by teachers for developing professional attributes in students. So you give the answer. 2.3.6, institution provides exposure to students about recent developments in the field of education. What is the future of the education? What is future education? How you are giving them exposure about the future education? How you are preparing them for the future school? This is the main purpose of each student. We will go for the government school. So now the government schools are also coming with the advanced version. They are also having the projectors. They are also having the PPT system. So if you are not fitting yourself in that system, you will be kicked out. So it is better you prepare your students, or students should understand they should prepare themselves for the need of the society, need of the time, need of the country, and develop yourself as per the need of the time. Special lectures, so regularly we should invite the experts in our institute and deliver their lectures or workshops or FDPs. And there are some examples they have given here, and you are supposed to give the proofs, and extra you can do here. Suppose, so I am repeating, special lectures by the experts, book reading and discussion on it. So in the B.Ed system, we have the book review system. We ask the students to review the book and prepare the record, and they prepare the report. Discussion on recent policies and regulations, what latest is going on. Announce in the classroom, keep it in the records. and keep in prepare the reports. Teacher presented seminars for benefit of teachers and students. So teachers should present the seminar in the school or ask the student to present themselves in the seminar, or when in the surroundings you are having any seminar, so send your teachers and students to attend that seminar, present their paper. So indirectly you will also cover the criteria number 3. Compel them, go there and present your paper in that seminar. So you can prove that our students are going, our teachers are going, and they are updating themselves. Also, they are publishing their paper and they are presenting their paper in the seminar. Use of media for various aspects of education, discussion showcasing the linkages of various activities you may conduct, and then you link with the teaching learning. 2.3.7, teaching learning process nurtures creativity, innovation, innovativeness, intellectual and thinking skills, empathy, life skills among the students. सुनने में बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं, but difficult to produce the proof. So think how you can cater all these terms, all these needs, and how you support or produce the document. Now next one is, this was 2.3 and this is 2.4. So again, it is asking about the competence, and this is the most important one, because here it is asking about the competency and skill development. 100 marks, maximum marks in total assessment, and 100 marks in this criteria number 2, competency and skill development. And this is the need of the time, need of the hour, and you should develop the competence and skill in the students, and you should have the proof how you are developing this competence and how you are developing the skill in the students. So again, skilled and competent in enabling the students for the 21st century conditions, pedagogical aspects, however, catering expectations from a teacher are far more diverse and demanding. Change learner profile of today, have a wide range of skills and competencies so that school students can be prepared for the challenges of the 21st century. Skills and competencies are of a wide range. Adoption of ICT in education has been a boon to teacher. The nature and number of skills and competency developed in the institution during the teacher education practices will point to the extent of its quality. And when you read all these lines, what the NAAC has written, so these are, I will highlight them as a guidelines. The demand from the NAAC, this is the demand from the society. Again, I will repeat here, what is expected from the NAAC or through the NAAC is a part of the UGC. So what UGC is asking, what our Ministry of Education is demanding, how we should prepare our teachers for the future need. And here one thing I will I am trying to highlight here, go to schools and see what now schools are doing. Schools are more advanced in comparison to teacher education institutions. So what schools are doing, which type of teachers they need, we should have a close link with the school and with the teacher education institutions. And because ultimately we are producing the teachers for the school, and school क्या कहता है, हमारे पास तो बेकार टीचर आते हैं, हमें सारी तैयारी दोबारा उनको करवानी पड़ती है, हमें उनको दोबारा सारा सिखलाना पड़ता है. So what, this is the wastage of time of 2 years of the student. So we have to think in that area. So then we should have a close link with the schools. Invite the school principals in your institute, or you visit to the schools. Ask your teachers to go to the schools and have the interaction with the students and the teachers and the management of the school and the principal. And then try to find the gap. What you are teaching in your institute and what is by demanding by the schools. So other than the university provided curriculum, how you are catering that need and how you are developing the skill of your budding teacher. So this criteria asking about these things. So now the questions, so many questions are here. 2.4.1, so many questions. So I'm not now going through the all questions. You just go through the manual. Just see here how they are asking. Organizing lectures, lesson plan. Are you having the lesson plans? Teaching competence, assessment of learning, technology use in integration, field visits in the school, field visits in the surrounding society, in various NGOs, or the section which are cut from the society. Are you visiting them? Are you seeing what is the need of the society? You should give the awareness to the teachers, community engagement. Now, one thing I would highlight here, in the NEP, you have learned that it is talking about the local to global. So how you are preparing your students at the local level and how you are preparing for the need of the global. So this you should also highlight. And one thing more, vocal to local. It is also asked in the NEP. So how you are connecting your institute with the local. So invite the local persons, local leaders, local social workers, local school teachers, local principal, or any other eminent personality of the your locality, and bring them in your school, in your institute, and have interaction with the students. And then that will bring closeness with the students, with the teachers, institutions, and the society. And they will also know what is going in the schools, what is going in the your teacher education institutions, and you will also come to know what is being expected by the society from the teacher education institute. So this closeness will bring the positive environment in the institutions. So you go through the questions. If you have any special question, then I will try to give answer in the question answer session, because there are so many questions in 2.4. Competence of effective communication. Students are enabled to evolve the following tools of assessment for learning. Now again, now highlight on 2.4. We should develop so many various tools and techniques for the assessment, as well as these techniques we should learn to our student also. We should give the exposure to our students, because they will go to school and then they will transfer that learning to the school, and they will prepare the school students. So they should have the wide exposure of the present available tools and techniques of assessment, and that learning they should bring to the schools, and they should use these tools in the school. Like now everybody has learned the Google form, collection of the data through the Google form. How you can, one thing I want to highlight here, assessment through the rubric. What is the meaning of rubric? How rubric is developed? You can conduct one workshop on the rubric development. And there are so many oral assessment, written assessment, practical assessment. So through other than traditional examination system, how new assessment techniques you can bring, which are being followed, or you can develop your own, and then give students the knowledge about them, give them in-hand experience, and ask them to use them in the school, or use these techniques during the teaching practice and the internship. 2.4.5 asking about the etiquette skills developed through the ICT. Again, I have highlighted the need of the ICT, so you can ask here. Learn the student to develop the lesson plan in the digital mode. Ask them to prepare the digital lesson plan. And before that, your teachers are supposed to learn about the development of the digital lesson plan, and give them the exposure, give training, then give the training to the students, and keep the documents. Developing assessment tools for both online and offline learning. So many things are there, and all of you are aware about the present need. 2.4.6 asking student development competence to organize academic, cultural, sports, and community related event. So how you will conduct these events, So planning and scheduling academic, cultural and sports events in the school, planning and execution of community related events, building teams and helping them to participate in involvement in preparatory arrangement. So you bring your student in the society, you take your student in the nearby schools and conduct various activities that will counted under the extension activities and the NGOs form. You can take the help of the NGOs, and then you give the exposure to the students, and that will again bring the closeness between the TEIs and the society, and you will come to know about the local needs, the global needs. 2.4.7, a variety of assignment given and assessed for theory courses, library work, field exposure, hands-on activity, preparation of term paper, identifying using the different sources for studying. So not only giving the quiz and assignment, you may use the various other methods. Internship program. Now I will highlight here what is the need of the internship program. Now internship has become the essential part of the teacher education. Some institutes are offering in the second year beginning or in the third semester. Some are offering in the fourth semester or at the end of the second year. So wherever you are following the internship, so keep the whole process, whole document of the internship. And it is compulsory to all B.Ed students. So there is no question how many attended, how many not attended. So this is the quality question, and it is asking, describe institutes' preparatory effort at organizing internship program in not more than 500 words. And what criteria you are cover? Selection and identification of schools for internship, participative or on request. You are having any MOU with the school, or school is requesting to you, or you are requesting to the school, cannot give the internship opportunity to our student. Orientation to school principal or teachers. You should also orient the teachers or of the school and the principal कि मैडम प्लीज सर प्लीज इनको परमिशन दे दीजिए, इनको ये एक्टिविटी करने के लिए कहिए. ओरिएंटेशन टू स्टूडेंट्स गोइंग फॉर इंटर्नशिप. एक वर्ड होता है बूट कैंप. सो बिफोर सेंडिंग द स्टूडेंट्स फॉर द इंटर्नशिप, you should conduct the boot camp, and in boot camp cover whole thing of the what they are supposed to do in the internship, including the communication skill, etc., or interview skills. You may cover so many things and give it up a particular name before going to the internship, and keep the document. So mentally you are preparing students for the internship, and you are giving them the complete training, because we are the teacher educators, so we are giving them the help in preparing their lesson plan, unit planning, year planning. So also again revise the all essential requirements for preparing of the lesson plan. Defining role of teachers of the institute. If you are sending your teachers to the schools for the supervision, so what is the procedure, their rotation, communication, so you keep in record. Streamlining modes of assessment of student performance, how you are checking the performance of the students. So keep in record, make a proper list. On this basis, we will check the students' performance. On this basis, we will give them the marks. One question may come here, because in our university, they send the examiners and they take their examination, they give the marks. No issue, university follow their own procedure, but you can give one certificate of appreciation to your students. You can develop one process, and you can ask the school to kindly give them one internship completion certificate and highlight what they have did in the school during the internship, and as well as appreciate their effort. You verify their attendance from the school. You also ask the schools to assess the performance of the student, and you collect all these three documents from the school principal. Exposure to variety of schools. So somewhere I come to know that they are through the diets or through the SCRT, students are given the school's allotment. So there is no problem. If you are sending students, so send them in the government, private, various type of schools, and keep the data in which school which student is completing his or her internship. Now, next part, 2.4.9, average number of students attached to each school for internship. You are having the block system of internship, you are giving the individual, whatever the system you are having, you keep in record. Number of final students during the last completed year. So these are the QNMs, you keep the data. Nature of internet engagement during internship consists to uska record rakhiye. Classroom teaching, mentoring, timetable preparation, student counseling, PTA meeting, assessment. To ask the student during the internship, they should involve themselves in all these type of activities and keep the record. One thing highlighted in point number 10, ask the students, if your students are teaching in the internship schools during the January to April tenure, so there they have the advantage. They have the advantage of teaching at the end of the session. They have the advantage of teaching in the beginning of the session. They have the advantage of learning about the examination system, supervision, preparation of the report card, and then preparation and planning for the new session. So very big knowledge they have when you send the students at the second part of the schooling. Now, institution adopts effective monitoring mechanism during internship program. So how you are monitoring the students' performance. Like that, we use the WhatsApp group, daily attendance. We have the students daily. We ask the student to share their live location. We remain in the contact with the school principal, school teachers, email, phone. And in the during of the internship, we conduct 2-3 assessment, midterm assessment. So whatever the procedure you are following, you mention here in 2.4.11. And 2.4.12, performance of students during internship is assessed by the institution in terms of observation of different persons such as self, student is assessing himself also, student is being assessed by the peers, student is being assessed by the teachers of the school or principal of the school, the students being assessed by the principal of or the school teachers, and peer student, school student, they are also assessing them. And so many things you can include how you are checking the performance of the student. So in suppose you are having the MEd program. So in MEd program, you will ask the MEd student to supervise the BEd student, and then your school teachers will supervise the MEd students, or your teacher will supervise students, and that way you keep the record. So there are 12 questions in 2.4. This shows the competency and skill development importance, and this is the need of the time, and this will give you the maximum marks. 2.4.13, comprehensive appraisal of interns' performance is in place. So again, a quantitative way, you give the data effect, classroom teaching, competence acquired in the evaluation process, involvement in various activities, regularity, attendance, etc., extent of job readiness. Are you preparing the students for the job? Are they getting the job offer during the internship? So you keep the record. So these are the 13 questions under the competency and skill development. And at last, teacher profile and quality, how you are preparing your teacher. And so teacher quality, naturally, as the teachers we are having, as the students we will have, so we should have the teachers, what is their qualification, because we are governed by the NCT. So as per the NCT defined qualifications, we have the teachers, but these are the minimum qualities, minimum requirement. You can have more requirement, more education qualification. As I highlighted, you can ask your teachers to do the courses on the MOOC, SWAYAM platforms, and upgrade themselves, publish their paper, present themselves in seminar, etc. So these are the questions related to teacher profile and quality. So percentage of full-time teachers against sanction post during the last 5 years. So this is the quantitative. Percentage of full-time teachers with PhD degree last 5 years, or are they pursuing? So highlight them here. And 2.5.3 average teaching experience. How many years of experience teachers are having? You mention here. Total number of teachers having experience. Then the formula is given, so then you follow it. 2.5.4 teachers put forth efforts to keep themselves updated professionally. So I have quoted so many examples. And you are 2.5.4, you are required to give the descriptive answer in within 500 words. So how you are conducting in-house discussion on current developments and issues in education, share information with colleagues with the other institution policies and regulations, or are your teachers going to outside the institute for various activities, or you are inviting? So in that way you keep your teachers. How ये नहीं कि हमारा तो बीएड हो गया, अब तो हम टीचर पढ़ा रहे हैं बीएड को, जब जिंदगी में बीएड ही पढ़ाना है तो मुझे क्या करना है नया ना. Same way school teachers are required, same way BEd teachers are also required to keep yourself updated. So this is about the 2.5 and rest 3 key indicators. Evaluation process having 25 marks advantage, student performance and learning outcomes. Here you will learn about the CO, PO, PEOs, vision, mission, graduate aptitudes. So how they are, they have their role in the teaching learning process, and how you are connecting your evaluation process with the CO achievement, PO achievement. I hope you have heard about these terms earlier. And then student satisfaction survey. Your students are satisfied, how much satisfaction they are having. So then what is the procedure you are following? So that you will have here. So this is the end from my side. So now I am permitting the participant. So now try to open your mic. Any question?
सर आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा.
कर दिया. आपकी आवाज आ रही संजय जी.
Hello.
Yes ma'am.
Good morning, sir. I'm from West Bengal, Sponsored Teachers Training College.
Yes ma'am.
मुझे एक बारे में पूछना था एक्चुअली कि एकेडमिक ऑडिट के लिए जो लिखा गया है कि एफिलिएटिंग यूनिवर्सिटी से ही करवाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि हम लोग कॉलेज है, कॉलेज से बोल रहे हैं, एडेड कॉलेज है.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
ऑटोनोमस नहीं है हम लोग. तो हमारा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हमारा जो यूनिवर्सिटी है वो भी बहुत नया यूनिवर्सिटी है, ओनली 5 years old. तो वो उस यूनिवर्सिटी में अभी ये एकेडमिक ऑडिट करवाने की कुछ प्रोसेस नहीं है. हम लोग अप्रोच किए थे. तो हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो अदर यूनिवर्सिटी है, जो ओल्ड यूनिवर्सिटी है, तो वो यूनिवर्सिटी पहले भी हमारा एकेडमिक ऑडिट करवा चुके हैं. तो हमने उससे अप्रोच किए थे, तो दे आर एग्रीड टू गो फॉर द एकेडमिक ऑडिट. तो क्या वो एक्सेप्ट करेगा NAAC?
मैम देखिए, इसमें आप go through the NAAC documentation. They are asking, have you done the academic audit? It is known as the AAA audit.
Yeah, triple
AAA
academic
administrative audit. So
Yes.
you can ask anyone, or you can invite the persons with the experience or the professor level teachers, and ask them to come for the academic audit, AAA audit. Your university will not accept it, but NAAC, I think NAAC will not question it. They will ask whether you have followed the procedure or not. Have you invited the third party for the AAA audit?
Yes.
Or they will ask. This is the matter of the university. They will question. You have not did the AAA audit from our side. So no issue. When your university will have the system, then they will send the AAA audit persons. But
Yes.
you may conduct your own AAA audit.
And for the green audit, the same thing is
Same
valid.
thing, ma'am, for everything. Because
Oh.
go through the NAAC system again. Try to, sometimes we have to read the between the line. What they have not written, then you can do all things.
Yes, actually I go through it, but still as मैं यहाँ पूछने का मौका मिला तो एक बार वेरीफाई कर लिया क्योंकि
I am also giving the answer as per my own learning, own experience. But one thing I know, which is not legally accepted by the university, no issue. The university has no system. So whether I should wait for the university system or we should do in advance, because many times universities or even NAAC has developed their accreditation system as per the institutions, those in advance they are doing. What many institutions though have gone through in advance, whether they are doing better than the NAAC, and NAAC is now taking from them. Suppose you are telling that IIT is the brand name in the country. So what IIT is doing, engineering college try to copy them, but they cannot become the IIT. But when the NBA or the other organizations, those who come for the accreditation, so they see what is going on in the society, and that system they bring in the accreditation and assessment.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Next one. Any other question? Because chat is full of the comments, but questions. Sanjay ji, are you any relevant question?
सर एक क्वेश्चन चैट बॉक्स में था कि हाउ कैन वी डेवलप LMS इन आवर कॉलेज. Chat box में.
No, you have to borrow the LMS. You have to buy the LMS. You cannot develop your own LMS, because if you are having the engineering college and they are able to develop the LMS, it's good. Otherwise, there are so many LMS platforms. Some are free, some are paid. Till such extent, you can use them in free mode. You can even use the Google Classroom as the LMS. Google Classroom also the example of the LMS. You can use the Google Classroom as the LMS. It is free to such extent. After that, for advanced version, you have to pay. So LMS, there are so many organizations which are, even Tata is giving their LMS. So many brands are available. So check what you can pay and what facilities they are doing, because LMS is very helpful. You can conduct quiz online. You can ask the student to submit. LMS meaning learning management system. How you are managing the learning of the student. This is the digital. And one question is come about the patent. So yesterday also one question came written in the chat. Patent is given for the product. In teacher education, you can claim for the copyright. Suppose if you are developing any teaching learning methodologies like that, we teach in our BEd program so many models of teaching. You can develop your own model of teaching and you can go for the copyright. You write your own book and go for the copyright. But patent, is very rare because patent is given for the product, not for the process. And one question came for the rubric. So I think you have to, this, sir, this is the age of the Google. अभी तुरंत आप गूगल में लिखिए मीनिंग ऑफ रूब्रिक, आपको 1000 आंसर मिल जाएंगे, और फिर भी नहीं समझ में आए तो फिर मेरे को कभी एक इनवाइट करिए, देन वी विल हैव द इंटरेक्शन ऑन द रूब्रिक.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Sir, you just mentioned one program that was not clear to me. It is boot or boot program, sir. Before sending the students to internship program.
मैम बूट कैंप एक वर्ड होता है.
Sir, in Punjab University, we are having pre-internship program as well as post-internship program of 2 weeks each. So I think it is the same thing, in which pre-internship program we just taught the students about how they have to prepare the lesson, each type of lesson, annual lesson plan, unit lesson plan, diary-based lesson plan, etc. The micro skills, macro skills, and in post-internship program, we have their discussion lessons, whatever they have taught during the internship program. They have to just give one presentation of macro as well as micro lessons. So I hope this is the same program you are just naming it.
Yes, ma'am. This is the, but you have to mention, you have to give it one particular name and prepare the document and its timetable, its schedule. If these, suppose for 1 week you have prepared your teachers, your budding teachers before sending the school.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do it.
So this is
We
the
do
boot.
Boot. Sir,
BOOT normally जो चप्पल
boot program. Okay, sir.
आप पहनते हैं, ये कॉन्सेप्ट कहाँ से आया है कि जैसे शिकारी हैं या लोग जब जंगल में जाते हैं होते हैं, सो बिफोर दैट, जैसे हम कहते हैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश भी से ना कि टाइट योर बेल्ट.
Oh yes, yes, sir.
Same way we say that कि this is the boot camp. So before entering in the jungle, we prepare ourselves.
Okay, sir. So now we will heading it as a boot program, huh?
You may give it the boot program of preparedness or the. So in engineering, it is given the name boot camp. So that's why we have borrowed it from the.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
And you talk to the trainers, those who give the training for the lifelong learning, and just you search in the Google what is the meaning of boot camp.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Like that, the mountaineers, so they are not directly allowed to climb on the mountain. Before climbing the Mount Everest, they are giving the training more than 1 year, 2 years. So what is this? Is the preparation.
Okay, sir.
This is boot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Sarvjit and Kumud Mishra ma'am has raised the hand.
Yes, sir. Your session was very informative. One thing I want to put that how we can have patents in education colleges.
Ma'am, I have answered. There is no patent is given for the products.
So that is my query. How
you can go, ma'am, which product you are preparing your teacher education institute?
Like I want to ask that if I have prepared a standardized tool, then can you
can go for the publication. You can publish the book, you can publish it in the journals, and you go for the copyright.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So Azad College.
Yes, sir. I think all the questions are over here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now we are going to. Hello. Is there any question from the participants? Is there any question, please?
Sir, one question came from the Neetu Chawla for course outcome and program outcome. Ma'am, this will be a long session. So on Tuesday, you will have the answer. Ajay Surana sir will explain about these terms.
Okay then, sir. We'll move for the vote of thanks, Sirji.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I hope I am able to give some knowledge about the criteria too.
Very much, sir. It was very informative session. Thank you so much.
Yes, now I request to our Dr. K.R. More sir to propose the vote of thanks. Over to Dr. K.R. More sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all. On behalf of Azad College of Education, Satara, Maharashtra State, I extend a really heartily vote of thanks. Today's session speaker, Honorable Professor Dr. Satyendra Gupta ji, who spent time from his busiest schedule to grace the national level faculty development program. In this session, sir focused on important key aspects, indicators of second criterion, teaching learning process. The way in which sir explained this was extraordinary. Today we have an opportunity to hear your thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future NAAC accreditation process. Sir, your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path regarding NAAC assessment and accreditation process. Once again, thanks, sir, for your informative and enlightening presentation. I would like to express our deep gratitude to Honorable Principal Dr. Vandana Nalode Madam, Azad College of Education, Satara, for her presence in this session. I would like to thank Professor Dr. Vinay Dhondge sir, Coordinator, Faculty Development Program, and also thanks to IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Amit Kumar Gagre sir. I would also thanks to Council for Teacher Education Foundation, Delhi NCR Chapter, Chairperson Dr. Satyendra Gupta ji, Secretary General Professor Dr. Sanjay Kumar ji, for giving this opportunity to conduct faculty development program to our college. I would also thanks to all the principals, IQAC coordinators, teacher educators from all over India for their enthusiastic participation in this session. I would also thanks to all my colleagues and technical staff for their cooperation. Finally, thanks to all people who helped either directly or indirectly to make today's session successfully. Once again, thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Azad
much.
College. Thank you, Azad College, for
Gupta Sarji.
and giving the opportunity
Yes, sir.
to share my knowledge. Sir, thank you, Azad Management and Principal Madam and Sir. Thank you, participants, for hearing me.
Thank you very much, Sarji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
It was
you.
very informative. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. One request to all the participants, please on your videos so that we can have a group photo. A request to all the participants, please on your camera so that we can have a group photo. Kunal sir. Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, all the participants, resource persons, thank you very much for this wonderful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, please send feedback link. Feedback link, please. Send feedback link.